again. Hello. Today is the day for lives. This live is being streamed from StreamYard. If you give us permission, I can see your name. If not, just type your name in there and I'll know who you are. And this is being streamed only in the Spreadsheet Hub group, only the members only group, because this is going to be a training about setting goals, right? And sorry, let me just close this. So we're going to be setting goals, and we're going to I posted a few days ago in the group saying that I was feeling really lost, really I didn't know how to proceed and I don't know how to explain it, but like I'm really good at creating spreadsheets and having ideas when it comes to that, but I'm really bad at sorry, let me just move something here. I'm really bad at coming up with like the right words for things and things like that. So creating goals to me was something that sounds so simple, but it was really, really hard for me. So I'm just going to go over here and show you this. Let me go over here. All right, so we're going to talk about today about this SMART framework. So achieve goals like a pro. So before we get started, I created something, like I say, I struggle coming up with the right words, coming up with the right, tasks, coming up with things like that. So I created a tool that would help you with that. But before we go there, let's go ahead and talk about the SMART framework. So SMART goals it's just this popular framework for setting and achieving goals. There are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And you probably heard about it by now. If not, I'm happy to tell you how it works. Now, the SMART goals, right? And that was not a typo. So SMART goals can help you set realistic and achievable objectives, can help you track progress, and can help you stay motivated towards achieving your success. Oops, where'd it go? So this, it's your North Star, right? It's that star that you look at and when you want to find direction and you want to know where you're going. So why is it important? It gives you a clear direction, and I'm gonna tell you that I've been in this. We had a coaching call this morning and it made me think about it. I've been trying to, have a successful online business since 2013. And what really got me stuck, and I think not move, I mean, I did have an Etsy, I had a success, not a success, I would say I was a successful business, right? I achieved a top 1% seller on Etsy. So I did have sales, I did have everything, but I was not organized enough to be able to live off of that. So up to this day, I still work a day job. This is why it's so hard for me. I'm cramming all the lives today because it's hard for me to find time to do some things. And I want to end that. I want to not be dependable anymore of, I'm sorry. Let me just move something here. So I don't want to be dependable anymore on, a day job or something like that. So I'm just really banking on this to help me move forward in my business and to help me be successful. And I can't do this alone. I do have a coach, Sadie Smiley, and she is amazing. And it wasn't until I found her that I was able to actually have a business plan and have a goal and have a direction and know what I can see my future now. I can, I can touch it. I can visualize it. Before I couldn't, I was just shooting blindly and trying to find something that worked for me. And part of it did it, but it wasn't enough for what I wanted to do with my life. So what are your goals, right? So that's the first thing that we have to be able to identify and to be able to see. What are your goals? So we have many, especially nowadays, right? There's with the internet here, and we have so many ideas, and we can achieve so many things nowadays with the internet, and now with ChatGPT, right? It's like the sky is the limit, but there's so much information out there that it makes it hard for us to actually focus and find a goal, and find something that will work for us. So, what are your goals? How are you doing? Are you doing anything to turn that into reality? So here's an example. My goal since 2013, it was the year that I had my first son. And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was for the first 5 months of his life. And so I've started, that's when I started on Etsy. I found Etsy, and I was just like sewing some felt stuff and selling something that was called quiet books. It wasn't that popular back then, but it was something that I wanted to do with my son, and I figured why not try and monetize that as well. So I found Etsy, and I learned about it, and I tried to sell it, and it sold. Right, I sold a lot of things, but then life happened. I was sewing everything, every single page of the quiet book, all the felt I was doing, sewing manually and stuffing out the felt and stuffing out the pieces, all manually. And with a newborn, it was really hard to make that. It wasn't doable. It's just I wasn't sleeping, and there was nothing I could do. So, but I knew that my goal was to earn passive income. So I didn't have to go back to my day jobs, and I could be financial and geographic independent, right? I wanted that freedom to come and go as I wish, and so I could spend time with my kid at the time. Right now I have two. But now that I look back at it, could I be more vague, right? So I was never great at planning. Number one. Never great at planning. I always done thing, day by day, almost like hour by hour, minute by minute, right? I'm not a planner. I'm just not, and I go with the flow, and that is kind of a problem when you want to grow a business. You have to plan, and you have to set goals. So after years, right, literally 10 years focusing on that very specific initial goal, I call it my initial goal, I knew I had to find a different solution for that. So I created a tool in Google Sheets, of course. So here is the tool that I created. And I've tested it and with ChatGPT, and it worked really great. So I'm going to share this with you inside the membership. Let me share this screen right here. I just created a new module. It's called Spreadsheets That Sell. So go ahead in your membership. You will see that there inside I have this this first video saying that it is possible to sell spreadsheets. I've opened my shop earlier this year, my Etsy shop, for spreadsheets only, right? So I was a successful Etsy seller with my party business, but then I created a brand new shop because I wanted to use that as a case study for my membership, right? My membership, and also to make passive income, right? There's lots of, nowadays you have to have multiple sources of passive income. So one is my membership, one is my Etsy shop, and to date I think I have 73 sales, and so it is possible, right? I just started the shop and I sold 73 spreadsheets, and that, I think that was almost $1,000, and it has been 2 months. So it's achievable, right? It's something that it sells, and I only have like 5 or 6 spreadsheets in there, so it's doable, right? Etsy is about quality, but also quantity, right? For Etsy to know that you're active, that you're selling, that you gotta movement your shop. You gotta add more listings every day and something like that. And I lack on that, but working on this. So let's go back to this. This is my the SMART goals worksheet. You're going to have this in the membership. So the first thing you're going to do is to set up your specific goal, right? So I had my original initial goal that was to make passive income, right? So I could be financially and geographically independent. And now I need to find something more specific, because there are a gazillion ways of making passive income nowadays, right? So you have to be more specific, and that's when, let's go back here. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and that's a saying, and it's really true. I mean, 10 years trying, and I mean, I've sold things, but, you know, wasn't that great. So the framework, let's talk about the framework. The SMART framework is, the first letter is the S, and S is for specific, and that means a clear and well-defined goal. Hold on. So this is something that you're going to be more specific into your goals. Okay, so I want to make passive income, right? So how am I going to do that? What am I going to use that? It's almost like the who, the what, the why, the when. You got to answer all those questions. So my goal is to make at least, let's put we're going to go further into the framework, but to be more tangible and achievable, I want to say I want to make $500 per month in by selling spreadsheets. So earn $500 a month by selling spreadsheets on Etsy. And I'm being very specific on Etsy because this is a platform that I know, that I am familiar, but you can sell spreadsheets anywhere. There's, what's the name of that? Gumroad, or you can sell on your own website if you have a blog. You can sell, you know, there's WooCommerce, it's like a plugin you can add to WordPress, and you can sell in there. There's many different ways that you can go about selling, but I am familiar with Etsy, so I'm going to go and use that. So this is my goal. And then once you enter your specific goal, you are going to, there's a prompt will be generated here, and then you go to ChatGPT, and you're going to just copy and paste this into ChatGPT. That's all you're going to do. So you have your specific goal, right? We're working on our goals. It's a clear and well-defined goal. So that's great. So we come here, and we got our specific goal, which is I want to earn $500 by selling spreadsheets on Etsy. Great. Now let's go ahead and find our achievable goal. And here it says, sorry, back up a bit. Let's go for the M, back to the framework. So M is for measurable. It's something that can be quantified and tracked over time. So, okay, so my specific goal is to sell $500 in spreadsheets on Etsy. How am I going to track that, right? How am I going to achieve that? So, let me see what ChatGPT say. Here it says that the measurement, I want to sell at least 50 spreadsheets per month priced at $10 each. Okay, so let's copy this. This is my measurable, oops. This is my measurable goal. I'm going to go ahead and paste this. So here it says measurable, sell 50 spreadsheets priced at $10, and $10 is a fair price for a spreadsheet, at least the basic one, unless you're doing something like the ultimate bundle, you know, where you bundle up like 10, 20, you know, not 20, but like maybe like 10 different spreadsheets into one, then you can sell it at a higher price. But you know, my spreadsheets vary from like $6 to $15, and it's just like a basic one. So so that would be my measurable goal, right? So let's go to the next one. Next one is the letter A, and A is for achievable. It's a goal that has to be realistic and achievable for you. So here it says, I believe that there's a demand for spreadsheets that I plan to sell, and I'm confident that I can create high quality products. And yes, I did my research, right? Spreadsheet sell. If you go back to the first video inside of the spreadsheets that sell module, I show a bunch of different examples. And if you go on Etsy, you're gonna see that it's a really popular, you know, everybody sells spreadsheet. Everybody that sells spreadsheet can be really successful, right? As long as you do it correctly. So, okay, so I'm gonna just copy this and put it there. And if you don't like this, that's not true. And if you don't like the answer, you can always say like, you know, give me a different. Let's see if it's what it says. Give me a different achievable goal. It still says about that. That's okay. We'll leave it like that. It is achievable, right? It's something that people do and it's proven that it works. Okay, so that works. Now next is the R. R is for relevant. So something that aligns with your values and missions and have a positive, it is positive in your life. And it could be something that it could, you know, you could be targeting your target audience, right? Something that is possible for your target audience, for example. So for here, ChatGPT gave me that it will help me supplement my income and achieve my goal of financial independence. Yes, that aligns exactly with what I want to achieve with that initial goal, right? I think I'm gonna add something. I'm gonna add a column up here. I'm gonna do the initial goal, and I'm gonna make that. Clear this. So let's make this bigger, and I want this to be. I'm gonna enter the. So my initial goal was, what was it? Well, let's go back to my thing. Where'd it go? Here. Earn passive income. There. So this was my initial goal, and I'm gonna just leave. Seriously, I'm going to just leave that here because I want to be reminded, right, that sorry, ADHD. There. So this is my initial goal, and this is my specific SMART framework. And now for the last one is the last letter. There we go. Is the T. Let's go back to the T. And the T is for time bound. It's something that it's that simple. It's a time. It's either a timeline or a deadline, right? So we're going to use a timeline for this example. So let's go back here, and I want to be earning. So okay, so I've tried it out, right? In the first couple of months, I sold over, I think it was over $700 in spreadsheets. So I know it's doable. So if I want to make 500, an achievable goal would be, I'll give myself 2 months. Okay, so you're just gonna go ahead and enter 2 months in here. Then you go to the next step, and then it says, hi, I am seeking your guidance on achieving my SMART goals, and I have a specific, which is earning 500 a month. 500. This prompt is basically pulling everything that you entered over here. So I have the specific, which is earn $500 a month by selling spreadsheets on Etsy. I have the measurable, I have the achievable, I have the relevant, and I have the time bound. Okay, and then it says, but I'm not sure what the best plan of action to take, right? So I know what I want to do. I know my timeline. I know what I have to do, but I don't know. I need more. I need a plan of action now. So all you're going to do, you're going to copy this, and you're going to come over here and just paste that. And now ChatGPT gave me a detailed plan of action. So this is all the things. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. So it's saying that I have to create one, a detailed plan of action, right? I have to break down my goals into a specific and actionable steps. I have to conduct market research. I have to create high quality spreadsheets, right? I have to optimize my Etsy shop. I have to promote my Etsy shop, and I have to monitor my sales and revenue data. And that's how I am going to achieve everything inside of the SMART goal. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy that here, everything. And then I'm going to go to the third tab, that is track progress. And here it says, I want to track progress of these actions. Please help me break each action into smaller tasks and assign deadlines to each task. Output should be in a table format. Keep in mind that the deadline is 2 months. Oh, I forgot to. Hold on. There's no space in here. Okay, 2 months. All right. Action 1, create a detailed plan of action. And then this is the action 2, this is the action 3, and then action 4. So all the actions that ChatGPT gave me in here on this step, I have it over here in my prompt. So I'm just going to Control C and I'm going to Control V here. And now ChatGPT put everything in a table for me, right? I don't have to think about it, right? I won't have the burnout of thinking what tasks I'm going to have to do this. So I'm going to just copy this. And because I gave it a timeline of 2 months, the deadline here, it made it the tasks achievable in a way that I can do them within my own timeline. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this here. And now I'm gonna paste values only. Oh, that was horrible. And make that smaller. So now I have all my actions in here and everything that I have to do. So for my action 1, right, I can come over here and I can create a detailed plan of action. This is research the target audience, identify the most popular spreadsheets in demand, use information to create spreadsheet templates that meet the needs of the potential customers. Use, well, this is no Excel in here. Google Sheets, create a well-designed spreadsheet template, ensure, so I have all my actions in here, and now I can track my deadline. And you can use that in combination with, a different tasks tracker. Maybe you want to put, just separate in there. I have my task tracker that I was working on. It's almost done. I'm going to share with you guys later, but I just wanted to, you guys can use this, this worksheet in combination with ChatGPT, so you can be able to, you can enter any kind of goal in here, and this will break down and give you what action you have to do, what's the deadline, and so you can achieve your goals, your SMART goals faster, and it gives something palpable, right? My problem with planning was not being able to create this. Like, I was having a really hard time creating this right here, getting my goals, breaking them down into a plan of action, and then from that plan of action, like, breaking them down into each smaller steps. And then because it's a big goal to have, I want to earn money with passive income. Like, I want to make passive income. So this is really hard. And this should help make everything more manageable, more palpable, it's easier. Now I can go ahead and I can start creating the spreadsheets template, right? Or go ahead and do the research in my target audience. And you can come over here and you can always filter this. Let me see if the filter would work for this. There you go. Now you have your week 1 first, right? And then you have your week 2. Then you have, this is week 1 through 4, then week 2 to 3, and then, and then this would be the last things that you're going to do. So you're going to evaluate your performance, and then, adjust the pricing and marketing strategies based on the data. Is it selling? Is it not? Do I have to change some? And that would be and you can start a whole different SMART goal for that only, right? So your SMART goal, and then you go back here and then you clear everything in the spreadsheet, right? You're done with this, you're already tracking this somewhere else, or you can just make a copy and start a new one. That's up to you. And then you can come here and then you can change your main goal. So the initial goal would be track income from selling, or analyze revenue data from selling spreadsheets on Etsy. Now you go ahead, you get this. Actually, let me change this to your original. So it'll be C5. Okay. So now you have your original. So let's go here, let me change. And you can come over here and you can change the prompt if you want something different. My initial goal, where'd it go? My initial goal is to analyze revenue data from selling spreadsheets on Etsy. All right, so now you come over here, start a new chat, and then, and just paste that. And now ChatGPT is going to give you the, this SMART, and you go ahead and you just follow all the steps again. And that should be it for this. And then the action task for you is to download the worksheet, the worksheet / prompt generator, and set up your SMART goal for your next project. Whatever that is, whatever your project is, whatever your goal is, just want to go in there, download the worksheet, put it in there. It's like you can have ChatGPT spit out the answers, in less than 2 minutes. So just go ahead and do that and let me know what you think. I hope that helps you. I'm going to be using this for the next few weeks. And hopefully I can come back here and say that within the 2 months that I set up my original goal for, making at least $500 a month selling spreadsheets on Etsy, that was achieved. So more on that later, and let me know if you liked it. Thank you. See you in the next video.